Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Lorenzo Garmendia. I have with us today Mike Furman, former Stetson University baseball player. I also have Nathan Melendres, former University of Miami baseball player and 17th round pick Seattle Mariner. We are the Gold Coast Collegiate League. The Gold Coast Collegiate League was founded for the development of the current and aspiring collegiate baseball player. It is our belief that if the baseball player is improving his skill set, he will set his team and himself for success. Our program and our league is simply stated for the individual baseball player to be able to improve, advance, and enhance his baseball and athletic skill set. Please visit GoldCoastCollegiateLeague.com and get a complete program overview. We're going to go over some things today that we do offensively in our league throughout the summer. I'm going to pass the ball to Mike Furman. He's going to take over some of the things that we do with the new product.
Thanks, Lorenzo. Technology is becoming so advanced that we're now able to shorten the learning curve when it comes to teaching the absolutes of the swing and when it comes to dispelling all the myths that are going on in the baseball world today. Something very important to keep in mind is that if you can measure it, you can improve it. With that said, the purpose of this video today is to introduce to you how the Gold Coast Collegiate League innovates its offensive game by use of the newest tool out there today, ZEP.
Just want to remind you, we use ZEP as a tool. It is used in high school baseball up to Major League Baseball. We want to make sure that you understand that the Gold Coast Collegiate League uses it as a measuring tool for us to be able and our coaches to be able to analyze and improve baseball swings. Mike.
One important thing to keep in mind when taking advantage of ZEP is that you cannot manipulate your swing in hopes of reaching the desired measurements on ZEP. Now, you must first understand the proper swing mechanics in order to get those measurements. And then two, use ZEP by using it as a measuring tool so that you can verify the adjustments you've made as progress.
Today, Nathan and Mike are going to show you a drill and how we use ZEP to be able to measure one of the things that we think of is the most important that ZEP has to offer, and that is attack angle. Like I repeated before, we feel that attack angle is one of the most important things in a baseball swing, and we also feel that it can be measured now by ZEP, and it really gives the player, the coach, the scout, the evaluator, the recruiter, anybody that's looking at an offensive player or the offensive player himself to be able to gauge how his bat path travels through the zone, which is a huge part of being a successful offensive player. As you can see in slide 1 in understanding ZEP attack angle metrics, attack angle is the direction that the bat barrel is traveling towards the ball to contact. This will help you measure if your players are getting on plane with the oncoming pitch early and if they are creating a big hitting zone. A positive attack angle means the barrel is traveling up into the ball. A negative attack angle means the barrel is traveling downward into the ball. A bigger hitting zone for your barrel to travel through means that when it comes to hitting, you create more room for error. When it comes to timing is one of the hardest things to do in hitting a baseball. One of the best offensive players right now in Major League Baseball is Mike Trout. It is no coincidence that to him, and he works with ZEP, and he's one of the players that deals with ZEP. His favorite measurement is attack angle. It is hugely important. In slide 2, we will also notice now what we look for in attack angles. You want to be in a positive 10 to a positive 20 to be a line drive hitter. If you're a bigger guy or you want to be able to hit more home runs, your attack angle should be a positive 20 to a positive 30. Anything from 0 to negative, and let me repeat this again, anything from 0 to a negative attack angle, you are coming down on the baseball, you're hitting down on the baseball, you're getting on top of the baseball, and all you're going to create there is ground balls. You will see in the other slide that we present what is the batted ball outcome for 2013 MLB regular season games. As you can see, the worst on-base percentage, the worst slugging percentage, and the worst OPS is ground balls. In regards to fly balls, let me reiterate, on fly balls, the on-base percentage is a little bit less than ground balls, but when you look at slugging and OPS, it's not even close. More important, one of the new sabermetric analytics that they're using today is ISO. And if for people who don't know what ISO is your slugging percentage minus your batting average, and that gives a true metric of what kind of power you produce when you hit. So when you look at the ISO numbers of fly balls and the ISO number of line drives, you see that it is way better than the ISO numbers of ground balls. You know, bottom line, we're here to dispel the myth once and for all also, and that's what ZEP helps us to do, is that you do not want to hit down on the baseball. You do not want to get on top of the baseball. You want to have a positive attack angle working from down, up into the zone. Nathan, just a quick question, and you played pro ball and you played at a high level collegiately. What do you think of the attack angle?
One thing I have noticed about the attack angle is that it allows you, first of all, to make more solid and consistent contact. And when you do make contact, the way the ball jumps off the bat, it allows the ball to drive and continue to carry off the baseball, off the bat. It also allows you to stay in the zone much longer. So, like he said, timing is a huge part of hitting. If your timing is off, when you have a bat that goes through the zone for a long period of time, you have a better chance of making some sort of solid contact, enough to get a knock, enough to get a double, and maybe not hit it out of the park, but put the ball in play. Another thing that I've also noticed about the attack angle is that it also allows for line drive and fly ball contact, as opposed to ground balls where, like we just spoke about, will hinder your ISO or your slugging percentage. And we're looking to increase those numbers and increase your productivity.
Here's another thing that we see, and we're going to go to slide 3. And there's an old adage, success leaves clues. And one of the best hitters in the history of Major League Baseball was Ted Williams. Ted Williams is still the only major leaguer to hit 400 for a season. Ted wrote a book about it's detailed in the science of hitting. And this is one of the pages out of his book in the science of hitting. And when you notice what Ted knew back then, that, you know, we're still not even adapting today at the lower levels of baseball, at the high school level, at the collegiate baseball, even in the major league level, we're still not adapting this kind of swing. Is when you look at the hitting zones, when you get on plane early and you have a slight uppercut, you're going to have a much bigger, longer hitting zone to work with, because you're working on the plane of the pitch and every pitch is coming at a downhill action. When you come in with a much flatter swing, or you don't get on plane early, or you're coming down on top of the ball, your hitting zone, as it's illustrated here, is much smaller. And again, the hardest part of hitting is timing. You don't see guys strike out in BP, do you? When you see guys taking BP, they're driving the baseball, they're able to do things consistently. What happens when you put them in a game and 60 feet away? What changes is timing. Pitcher's job is to disrupt the hitter's timing. Hitter's job is to get the pitcher's timing. So again, the more room for error that you can give yourself in regards to timing and hitting a ball, the better you are going to be as a baseball player. When you look at the top major league hitters in modern era right now, Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, Miguel Cabrera, just to name a few, they all look different, they all have different styles, but watch the videos, and we will present some of them today. You will see that they all do also the same thing. They understand this concept, they're able to do it on a consistent basis, and that's why they're one of the best, and they are the best offensive players in the game. Hey, we want to thank you for spending some time with us. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the swing and some new metrics. As coaches, if you feel free to give us a call, contact us at our website. It has our email and info. Players also, if you want to give us a shout or send us an email in regards to any questions, please feel free. We are an open source of information. We're here to make players better. Nathan?
It's a perfect opportunity for player development with proven results. Become a game changer.
Yeah. Hand hit records on my demo. y'all boys not get the memo.